guys, Sean here. Welcome back to. Oh, hello. I couldn't. Guess I. Thank you very much. I thought I was going to have to go and pick that up, but apparently not. I stopped. I got to bear with me for a second here. Let's go Kenmu. Checking. Yeah, Kenmu. Obviously, there'll be a link in the description down below. I just came in for an Americano. And look at the cup. Look at, like, this is like rustic, beautiful. Americano, they give you like a choice of beans. Like, I've never had that happen here. Like, they gave me like choice of Brazil, Costa Rican, and Lao. So I got a Americano with Brazilian and Lao. So it was a combo. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, this is good. This place is just like super popular with all the young folks because I think every young lady here is an Instagram star. I'll show you guys around here. Give me 1 second here. I'll flip the camera as we do. So this is where I'm sitting here. There is a beautiful water feature right next to me here. So the sound is amazing. But yeah, there's just been a cacophony of young folks over there enjoying the hell out of themselves. Just sitting, and they're just taking pictures like at the front counter. I was like, wait, what? I've never encountered that before. So, but yeah, I'm sitting on a big ass couch, just enjoying myself here. So, I don't think I've ever had coffee on a couch outside of my house. So I'm in heaven, put it that way. So I'm good with this. So yeah, I went out for a walk. My housekeeper's coming in this afternoon. So I was going to go down. There was a temple that I spotted when I went out to Siem place the other day. I thought I was going to take a walk down there. And I did. And it was really, really busy. So I'm not one of those people that likes to invade when things are popular. Forgetting again, it was Saturday and a lot of folks were down for it. So I was being kind. I'm like, you know what? I could go out for a coffee. And a coffee is what I'm doing instead. So you guys are stuck with me having coffee. Oh, gee darn. What does Sean do? Eat, walk, or have coffee? Or movies. That's about it. That's my my life. So thank you so much for all the positivity in yesterday's vlog. When I make those, I get nervous sometimes because, you broach things. They're like, ooh, people don't like him. And because I worry sometimes because not like I was saying anything untoward or anything like negative. I know I wasn't, but you kind of touch on things. You kind of hit the periphery of some of the taboo subjects, and people kind of get bent out of shape. But everyone seemed to catch what they picked up what I was putting down, which is nice. Yeah, I just wanted to summarize with like, I absolutely freaking love living in Cambodia, and something about this place has changed me, and I would say for the better. I know my father would agree. I know my mom did when she was here. I know she was saying how much she liked seeing her little boy back, which I appreciate it. So, if nothing else, Cambodia has brought me back to my youth. Even if my body is falling apart, my brain is going back, and I'm okay with this. This morning, a couple days ago, or I should say last week, since I spend most of my time now in my living room, the couch is there, my kitchen is there, I have a huge fan in there, and it's just a comfortable room. I get a nice breeze coming in out of the front room, getting up to make coffee, make tea, make a snack, everything is there. So I'm finding it to be a comfortable place. So my bedroom has become more of just where I sleep. And I'm okay with this. But I had my computer in that room. It was my gaming computer. So I pulled it out and just set it up in my living room. And I couldn't be fucking happier. I've got the wireless keyboard attached to it. And I just can, surf the internet there. I can do like all my stuff that I want. But the best part is it's a big screen TV. I can game on it. And it's not a bother. It's like, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm overheated. I don't feel cramped. The seat's comfortable. Like I haven't had a comfortable chair. Like I haven't had a good, comfortable computer chair since I got here. So, sorry, just looking at the young ladies are taking pictures, as I'll show. This is what they're doing. They're preening and primping themselves in front of wood. I have no idea. I'm assuming this is one of those places that you can tag yourself at and get recognized. So this must have, well, I know it has a following because it's a cool spot. Obviously, there'll be a link in the description for, to find it. Actually, when I was talking with my dad last night, I'll put it out there. So my father is the one that had the health scare recently, and he's fine. So nothing bad, just a hiccup. And again, like I've mentioned before, is being this far away. Whenever something happens, your brain goes into overdrive, and I'm like, what's going on? But he's good. But he's been calling me, which I've been enjoying because we get on our phones together and we call each other on Messenger, and we're having chats, and I'm enjoying it. Sometimes these little hiccups and scares will alter your communication style. So Dad and I are talking. So he was actually asking me yesterday. He said, "You keep on saying that things are in the description. What do you mean by that?" And I was like, wait, because I look at everything on my phone or on the computer, and I never thought of looking at it on the TV. And I was on my PlayStation at the time, and I had YouTube, and I paused it. I'm like, well, give me a second. So I went to the guy's video, and I'm like, well, where the hell's the description? And it looks like if you have to highlight the name of the video, and then you get the description information. And he's like, I can see comments. Those are easy to spot, but I don't see description. I'm like, YouTube, being stupid. They hide stuff. So what I'm going to do going forward is that everything I have in the description, I will add a pinned comment. So if you are on the TV and you want to have access to the information that I'm providing, it'll give you easier access to it. So I think that might work. So Dad, thank you for the kick in the pants. I enjoyed that. I love the fact my dad, he's in his 80s, and he's still up on tech. We talk technology all the time, and he's fascinated by the cameras and how I'm able to do what I do, and then we talk about how my editing goes, and he's fascinated by my journey. And I also learned stuff from him, like he has the Apple EarPods. And what he said he can do with them is he puts them in like a monitor mode or hearing aid mode, and they work better than hearing aids. I was like, what? So I guess that they were on sale for Black Friday. So I ended up picking up another pair for my stepmother. So because they can just sit and watch TV and not have to crank it up. And I'm like, that is freaking brilliant. So I guess Apple does a few things good every now and again. I'm not in their ecosystem other than I have my MacBook and my MacBook Air. And again, that's just used for editing when I travel. I keep it in one spot in my apartment, and I keep looking at it to make sure that it's still powered and that everything's fine. I check in on it like every 2 weeks, and we're good. I get baffled at times with the well, like I was saying the other day, is like that cult of personality, and I find that the same thing happens, or it has happened for years, like with game consoles. Either your team PlayStation or team Xbox or team Nintendo. You can't have all, no, or you are like, Android or Apple. And if you're Apple, then you got everything Apple. Like once you get in, you get everything. I'm like, and I've always been intrigued by Apple because they don't make the highest end stuff. They make kind of mid-tier stuff. And they'll adopt things like years later that has been available on Android and pretend like it's brand new, and people just suck it up. And I'm like, What? How? Did I take crazy pills? Because I'm like, where did, huh? But vice versa, I just found out that because of, I think it was the EU, made Apple grab certain standards of Wi-Fi, that they ended up allowing basically Android users to do AirDrop, which is one of the best features for the iPhone. So if I'm able to take my Android phone and do AirDrop to my Mac, well, that means that I could now use my phone better when I'm traveling, because there's times where I don't want to have the camera out, or I've been out with it. It's it's recharging, and I'll spot something, I'll think of something, or I'll be sitting down to a meal, and I'll take pictures on my phone, and it'd be sometimes just easy to make a little video on the phone, because I have a phone gimbal that I picked up for travel. So, like I was saying, it's like, Apple tends to grab stuff from Android, and now Android can grab stuff from Apple. And that's the other thing too, is the thing I always was baffled by was the color of your text bubble was important to people. I'm like, why? Because if it was green, then it was Apple or something. I'm like, I don't get it. Why is that a thing? But again, it's that whole, I still call it a cult. That mentality of like, I have to have this thing. I've always thought of Apple as a status symbol instead of an actual product. I use it as a product. I ignore it as a status symbol because I could give a shit. I've had people ask me, it's like, oh, with my phone, oh, is that an Apple? I'm like, I'm quick to say no, it's Android. I don't even say it's Android. I say it's Techno. And that kind of gets a look like, wait, why are you using a Chinese phone? Because it's $150 and it runs circles around any phone I had back home for like triple the price. It just boggles the mind. That's the other thing too, is I'll never understand dropping $1,000 on a telephone. It just makes no sense. What I would rather do is buy a cheap phone, a camera, and a drone. Same price. I can get a camera for a couple $100. I can get a DJI camera, like the Nano, like the one I'm using here. I can get the cheaper one. It was like $329. Phone for $150 and a drone for $300. Still under $1,000, and I have a complete suite for editing. Making videos. Okay, I'll add some more on, another $100, and I get a full microphone kit. Still under $1,000. And so now I'm like, and that's the thing, is like people will buy the iPhone for making videos, and they do great. It's a wonderful thing, and I don't have any issues with it. But I don't understand, why that would be the one thing that you want to have when you could get all the other stuff. I'm pretty sure that I could take just as good, if not better, video than iPhone. I don't get it. Apparently these seats are popular. Well, that's popular. I can understand why people like that. The fact that it's wood and it's just getting wet, it's fine. I just had a couple of young ladies just sit on the couch in front of me, just recording the water. I'm not one to judge or anything, because I'm sitting here recording myself having a cup of coffee, talking about technology. But yeah, to get back to what I was saying yesterday, is the whole, the cult of personality, or this division. And like I said, is the divide we have within politics and religion is just as rampant in commercial products, especially in computers, because it's been Intel for years, Intel, and now AMD. Now everything's AMD, and I've been AMD for a long time because I found it to be a better product. It was cheaper, and I was okay with it. And now they're their britches are getting pretty big, and they're not innovating. And this is the thing with I find with companies is competition is phenomenal when you're the underdog, because you are motivated to do things, to stay ahead of things, or to catch up, because you can only survive for so long with like a 5% install base. But the moment you start to get bigger, they all forget how they got there, and it was through innovation, and they just stagnate. It just boggles the mind. Like NVIDIA as a graphics card company, that's all they were. They made video cards. I had the first GeForce card when it came out. I've been, a fan of NVIDIA stuff. No problems with it. They work. They're good. But I liked AMD's video cards because I liked the colors that came out of them better than I liked NVIDIA. I found NVIDIA color were washed out. And I don't know, just know it was my own perception, but it was just me. And then I didn't like some of their business practices. They had things where, companies would, game companies were kind of locked into their ecosystem, and you couldn't have AMD features. And I was like, this is just bizarre. And now, they're with a $5 trillion company, and just found out yesterday that they've put in an order for phone memory, with a memory that is used on phones. It's not meant specifically for phones, but that's what it tends to be used for. But they're now putting in an order just about the same size as Apple or Samsung, and they're not ready for it. And they're using all this memory for AI stuff. And right now, in the tech industry, all memory, and that's memory used for computers like DDR5, DDR6, DDR7, flash memory for storage. All of that is at a premium because these AI companies have just bought up like billions and billions of dollars worth of this stuff, because they knew that they needed it for the data centers. And so they put in orders that far exceeded anything that was normal. So even the stocks that they had for extra are gone. And so the RAM prices for memory has over doubled in price retail for the home consumer. And even the video card manufacturers, again, same memory gets put into being into video cards. So those prices are going up. And it looks like AMD and NVIDIA are canceling their low-end cards because they just can't justify the price, because they can't be low-end cards anymore. The price of memory has just gotten too high. And it's insane. They say that this might be a decade. I've always been boggled when it comes to tech. Like, we had, for years, we had the crypto boom, where crypto miners were buying up all the frickin' video cards, like by the thousands, by the truckloads, to mine crypto. And so consumers like me, but like to play video games, like my $200 video card was $700 or $800. And then during the pandemic, just as bad, if not worse. And it finally eased off. And we're like, okay, prices may come down, but they never really did. And then just as soon as like things start to normalize, because instead of being like $100 to $200 above MSRP, they were starting to get at MSRP or maybe $50 less. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe now we can get into video cards again. Maybe we'll start seeing deals. As soon as that happened, boom, all this stupid shit with the AI bubble. And it's like, And the problem, it's like you think like, oh, they just have to manufacture more RAM, but the process of making it is a long and drawn out process. And they have to kind of look at, do they invest in XYZ RAM or this, or they have to find out where's the demand and how they can, maximize their production. And the other thing too is like, these companies are buying these things at a premium now, so they know the market will hold and will take like the doubling in price. So it's just like, my mind gets just boggled. I'm just going to stick with old tech for the next 5 or 6 years, I think. I think my next video card will be a used one. Well, my last computer was used. I don't have a problem with it. It works great. I can play all the games I want on it. That's probably the only thing I will end up upgrading down the road, would be getting a new video card, but I won't get a brand new one. I'll get a used one, and then I'll, fix it up for myself. I came in here to talk about a lovely day and I end up talking tech. This is what I do. You put me on a couch with a cup of coffee, my brain wanders. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the ambiance today. I should have probably did this. I should have probably done my video the whole time this way. That's much better looking than, the white couch. But hey, I did it. I was able to finally get it over here. Well, plus you got the wobble. So anyway, if you like the content, please feel free, like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, if you're still here, you're so inclined, I'll post a link to another video over here. I'll see you guys soon. Take care, everybody. Bye. Cheers.